Hello everyone and welcome to Whimsy Creek Art. Alright, in today's video we're going to be using a toilet paper roll, an empty TP roll, to do this paint pour. So I have put a base of Cameo Pink, and that is an apple barrel color, and it is mixed up just the same as I mix all my colors, 3 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. And then that first color was Real Navy by Apple Barrel. And that color does have 2 drops of silicone in it. Just touching up the corner right there. Then we're going to go ahead and use Craft Smart's Plum. Craft Smart's Vivid Violet. Then a little bit of Lavender Sachet by Apple Barrel. A little bit of cheap paint, brand cheap paints, black, Mars Black, and then a little vintage tea rose by Folk Art. So as you see, I use a variety of different brands and colors, and that was Folk Art's Rose Gold, and a little bit more of that plum. And then I do have Craft Smart's Apple Tart, Nicole's brand Margarita, Cheap Paint's Ultramarine Blue, a little bit more of that Real Navy, the colors that have silicone are the navy and the plum and the ultramarine blue. Those 3 colors have 2 drops of silicone oil. So I'm just going back through those same colors, adding a little bit more of those same colors. This is Deco Art's 24 karat gold, Extreme Sheen 24 karat gold. A little bit more of the plum. And so I'm just putting this about a third of the way full with paint. This is a 10 by 20 inch canvas. All of the paint is mixed up the same, 3 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and then some of the thicker paints have just a tad bit of water, maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon each, just to get a consistency all the same. All the different brands, I've got it all the same consistency. So now I'm feathering that up, just pulling that up slightly, releasing a little bit of paint as I move it across the canvas, just slightly lifting it up and releasing little bits as I move it across. So far that doesn't look like the best design there, but I'm gonna go ahead and tilt this, stretch this out a little bit, and then I will blow out the edges just a little bit, and then it'll start getting some cells, some lacing. That Extreme Sheen gold really puts some beautiful lacing across the top. You can kind of see the cells starting to develop on their own, but if I give it a little torch, and this is just a creme brulee or a chef's torch, and I am just popping any bubbles, and also if any silicone is kind of stuck down below the surface, it'll bring that silicone up to the surface, creating cells. So that's why I give it a little torch, and I'm actually holding the torch about 3 or 4 inches up above the canvas. I'm not actually putting flame to canvas. That's very important. You're not wanting to actually boil your paint or actually put flame to canvas. You're just kind of creating a little bit of heat to kind of break up that surface tension on the paint. And that was what kind of helps create your cells. And also pop any bubbles that you may have in your paint. So now I'm just gently tilting this back and forth, kind of being patient with it, really just gently tilting it. Some of that green is starting to peek up from underneath, and the gold is really pulling out and stretching that lacing. I'm liking that. Now you can use your world's smallest leaf blower to blow out the edges. You could be done at this point and you don't have to blow out the edges. I like to kind of blow out the edges. So what I have is a piece of aquarium tubing. could also use a straw. I just like the aquarium tubing because you can reuse it over and over and over again. It bends really easily to kind of direct the flow of your air exactly where you want it to. So I just like it for these detailed kind of here to use aquarium tubing. You can use a straw or whatever you might have. But I'm just going in here and just kind of blowing out the edges, blowing out to kind of create a more organic look to it, not just kind of a blob in the center. It kind of creates more of organic flow to it. But you don't have to. This is optional, whatever you want at this point. But I'm just going around and just blowing out the edges a little bit, and then that's about it. But this one did dry just beautifully. That Deco Art Extreme Sheen 24 karat gold, wow, that dries so bright and shimmery. So I will be doing quite a few more videos with the Extreme Sheen Gold, but I have been enjoying that really well, and it creates really nice cells and really nice kind of lacing. Metallics create lacing very easily though. So, all right, thank you so much for watching, and let me give you a kind of a close-up shot of this one and a couple of close-up still shots. But thank you so much for watching, and you have a fantastic day.